Black brings the rook on a8 to d8, offering a trade of rooks. White accepts the trade and takes on d8. Now, black has two ways to recapture, either with a queen or with the rook. Black chooses the rook, trying to take control of the f-file. But little does black know, white has a nasty idea that turns the whole game around. Can you spot it? Knight takes f6, sacrificing the knight and setting up a trap for black. At first, this move might look like a mistake. Surely black can simply capture the knight with the pawn on f6. And yes, black can, but this is where the trap lies. Because white has a crushing follow-up. Queen takes f6, check. Now, black has only two options. Option 1, blocking with the queen. If black plays queen to g7 to block the check, white captures the rook on d8, delivering another check, and this is simply checkmate in a few moves. Option 2, moving the king. If instead, black moves the king to g8, which is the best move. White brings up the rook to f3, threatening rook to g5. But wait, black still has one last trick, a desperate attempt to survive and maybe force a draw. Rook to d1, check. Now, white must play the correct move to avoid counterplay from black. If white plays king to g2, black has the sneaky move queen to b7, check. This forces the white king into a dangerous position, making white lose the dominant position they had. Instead, white should calmly play king f2. Black might try rook d2, check, but simply king e1, avoiding all checks and securing a completely winning position. And just like that, a single knight sacrifice destroys black's position. But hold on, some of you might be wondering, why not simply play rook f8, pinning the knight to the queen? Seems logical, right? Well, yes it is, and it's the best defensive move for black. And yes, it could give black the upper hand if white didn't have the brilliant idea. Knight to d5, attacking black's queen and saying, take my queen and I'll take yours. Black is forced to capture the queen because if they don't, white has a forced checkmate in two moves, where white plays queen takes rook on f8, check. Black is forced to capture the queen. White then recaptures with the rook, and it's simply checkmate. So after knight to d5, black is forced to capture white's queen on f3 with their rook. White simply takes the queen on c7. And again, black is forced to take the rook on f1. If black doesn't and simply moves away from the f-file, white simply plays rook f8, checkmate. So black will trade off the rooks. And this is simply a better endgame for white to play.